Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for the Missouri Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. I am so thrilled to welcome you to today's event. We have a great group of institutions here. I'm going to get us started. My name's Jeannie, and I will be your facilitator. A few reminders for you all today. Your camera and your microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you today. However, find that Q&A button on your screen. That is how you send all those important questions to our panelists here. You can use that Q&A button at any time. You don't have to wait until a certain institution is presenting. If you have questions for any or all of our universities and colleges here, go ahead and use that button. Another thing is that this session is being recorded, and so you will be able to find the recording from this session along with all of the others for this event at strivescan.com/Missouri. I will put that link in the chat for you all. Also keep in mind this is one of many different sessions, so you'll be able to catch the others on that same schedule. Make sure you jump into some sessions after this one. But now on to our main event. I am going to kick it off today, and is the University of Kentucky. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
All right, thanks, Jeannie. Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob Westover. I am one of our admissions counselors and recruiters here at the University of Kentucky. So I'm glad to be sharing a little bit more about the University of Kentucky with you all. I specifically do my recruitment in Northern and Central Ohio, but we have recruiters for pretty much everywhere. And so I'm also a proud alum of UK. So I'm glad to kind of talk with you more about the admissions process for UK. So just to kind of kick things off with some general information, if you're not familiar, we are the flagship institution for the state of Kentucky. We're in Lexington, Kentucky, so it's pretty much the central part of the state. About 350,000 people in our city. And you can see there, our campus enrollment is just over 31,000 students. Of that number, it's roughly about 23,000 undergrads. So a decent size, but not too big and not too small for our students. Just some other facts that I like to point out is that we do have over 200 programs and majors at UK, so definitely a lot to choose from. I would say if you're looking at kind of our big 5 programs or big popular programs, that would probably fall along engineering, nursing, agriculture, business, and pharmacy. What's also great is that we have a 16:1 student to faculty ratio. And so a lot of times people assume for having a bigger campus enrollment that we have larger classes, but our average class size is only about 25 students. And so our campus is very well connected, very condensed and collaborative with each other. So a lot of opportunities for students to really have their academic and social experience all on one contiguous campus. As far as our admissions process, the first thing I want to mention is that we do have a test optional policy for our current seniors. And if there's any juniors and sophomores, we actually will be test optional for your senior year as well. So that means that you won't have to submit a ACT or SAT test score for consideration for admission. For our seniors, this test optional policy also reflects our scholarship programs as well. Now, as far as how to apply, we do need your application fee that we have, and then we also request your official high school transcript. We are on Common App, and then we also have the UK online application. So whichever you choose is totally fine with us. We have no preference. Once we have your completed application on file, it'll typically take about 4 to 6 weeks to hear back on your decision, give or take. And if you ever have questions, you can always reach out to myself or our other admissions recruiters, and we can check your file regarding your decision. As far as our deadlines go, we have 2 tracks. We have an early action track and a regular decision track. Early action coincides with not only admissions, but also our academic and merit scholarships and the Lewis Honors College. So if you do want to be considered for that student, you want to be sure you apply by December 1st. Otherwise, regular decision you can still apply for. That is just for admissions though. It does not have a tie-in to those merit-based scholarships or the honors program. Now, here are kind of a glance as far as our scholarship program. So we have a wide variety, including academic scholarships, competitive scholarships. So our presidential and singletary would start at full tuition awards, some of our selective scholarships for in-state folks, but then you can see also on the far right, some additional scholarships, including our William C. Parker Diversity Scholarship Program, to college and departmental scholarships. So maybe you're going into the engineering school, business school, fine arts, etc. A lot of our colleges will offer additional scholarships, and then legacy tuition. So if you have any parents or step parents that are alums of UK and are life members of our alumni association, there is additional scholarship money that you can take advantage of as well. And there's a whole lot more that you can look at. These are kind of just a screenshot, especially for a lot of the ones that you'll apply for through your admissions application. But we do have a great amount of scholarship opportunities to help offset that cost of attendance. Another big aspect that really draws a lot of students to UK is the living on campus element. Now, a unique thing about our campus is that we're optional as far as freshman housing. So you're not going to be required to stay on campus your first year, but about 90% of freshman students will end up living on campus, and with good reason. We see there's a lot of added benefits to living on campus, but on top of that, we have some really nice residence halls. So you can see here our kind of 4 main model room types. What's really great about UK is that all of our rooms are suite style. So that means that your bathroom is in your room. In addition, there's a lot of great amenities like double vanity sinks, granite countertops, Tempur-Pedic mattresses. So it's a pretty luxurious living element for our campus living. And again, it's not going to be required for your freshman year, but it's something to definitely think about and something that I will definitely encourage you all to look into. Our 4-person suites, the 2 on the left, and then our 2-bedroom suite that you see there, those are basically mostly oriented for freshman housing. And then the other style there is more so for upperclassmen students. And just a little bit about Lexington, if you're not familiar. So we are, like I said, in the central part of the state. We have, like I said, about 340,000, but we're a college town. So everybody is very familiar with UK. They wear UK gear everywhere they go. But Lexington is really nice because we blend all the city elements in one area. So no matter if you come from the more urban, suburban, or rural areas, Lexington has that for you. So you're always going to find a little place to home when you're in Lexington. We can see here we are a very safe city and overall great place to live. On top of that, our campus is situated about 10 to 15 minutes from downtown Lexington. So it's very easy for students to walk, take public transit, or if you want to get more on the outskirts of the city, you can do your shopping, or if you're into the nature parks, hiking trails. And a really cool fact about our city is that we are the horse capital of the world. So circling Lexington, we have over 400 horse farms in the region. So it's very easy to be in the city in downtown Lexington 1 second, and then 1 minute you're outside driving down these beautiful rolling hills, looking at the horses graze. And we have Keeneland, which is our racetrack in Lexington. So there's going to be always a lot of things to do, whether it's in the city, whether it's on campus. There's going to be a plethora of activities. And kind of speaking of that, we do have over 500 clubs and organizations for students to be a part of. So there's going to be something for everybody. That could be Greek life, academic or club sports, intramural sports, all the way down to something as exotic as our squirrel watching club or our Bigfoot hunting team. So there's going to be something for you all to be a part of. So we want to make sure that you all get involved. And if you ever have any questions, here's my contact information. I'll also be sure to put that in the chat as well, just so you have that on hand. But thank you all so much for your time. And I hope this college experience is very seamless and simple for you all. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, that was a great way to get us started with tonight's event. Thank you so much, University of Kentucky. We are going to hear now from State Technical College of Missouri. Whenever you are ready, you're ready. Here we go. Take it away. And Laura, you're muted.
Okay, maybe this will work. So my presentation does not want to work, but I'll just go with it. So, unless I can try.
We were able to see your presentation just a moment ago. We
Okay.
were able to see it, so I'm not sure. It looks good from our end.
Okay. So hello everybody. My name is Laura Bardo. I am with State Technical College of Missouri, admissions office. We are located in Lynn, Missouri. We are the employer's choice and we are #1. For the 3rd year in a row, State Tech has been ranked as the best technical college in the nation by Wallet Hub. We have 6 years of increased record enrollment. And for the first time in our school's history, we have surpassed 2,000 students for our enrollment mark. That means we have also grown by 40% in the last 5 years, and we are proud to be the employer's choice. State Tech also retains a 99% job placement rate for our students, and we have the 2nd highest graduation rate in the state of Missouri. And we have the highest graduation rate for 2-year colleges in the state of Missouri. Our campus is nestled in just a couple hours drives of either St. Louis and the Kansas City metro areas. All that is enough in itself to be excited, but there's more. So as you can see, we have a beautiful 360-acre campus for you all to see over our 35 different degree and certificate programs. And so we have so many different diversified programs, whether that be with our health sciences, of practical nursing technology, associate degree in nursing, medical radiologic technology, dental assisting technology, and physical therapist assistant. Or maybe you're interested in airplanes. We have a live working airport here at State Tech. I have even had tours fly in and park at our hangar. Whether that be if you're interested in diesel tech, we have medium heavy truck technology. We have our heavy equipment technology, and we even have one of 11 Think Big Caterpillar programs. Whenever you graduate, you are a Caterpillar dealer service technician. And so as soon as you apply and are accepted, you are an employee of Caterpillar. That is one of 11 partnerships, not only in Missouri, nationwide, but in the world. Whether you might be interested in heavy equipment operations, we have 60 beautiful acres on the backside of campus dedicated to this program. I think it'd be pretty fun to move dirt for a living. You learn on dozers, scrapers, excavators, backhoes, trackhoes, you name it, we got it for you to drive. Our Civil Technology Center is one of our brand new programs on campus, is one of our brand new buildings on campus. This houses the heavy equipment operations in their shop space right here, as well as civil engineering. So think civilization, anything that deals with roads, bridges, sidewalks, you name it, they can help build it. We also have our utility systems technician and our lineman program, our electrical distribution systems. So this building over here, it now is completely built and was finished in March of this year. And it houses an indoor pole yard. And we also have what we call a safety village. So that's essentially a subdivision that our students are building, not only with construction, but also industrial electricity. So our electrician program is wiring the houses. And we also have our utility systems technician is laying the fiber optic and copper communication lines, as well as the actual electrical lines with our electrical distribution systems program. Now, as far as diversity, we do have our very first line lady coming this fall. She is enrolled in the class, and so she is our very first female student to be coming through the lineman line worker program. Now, that's just a select few of the 35 degree and certificate programs that we have on our campus here. Really interesting that we added recently, this is the very first year of the program. It's called Civil Construction Technology. And so with this program, it is a mix of heavy equipment operations. So that's an 11-month certificate program, and civil engineering technology. So with this program, it's kind of a mix of the two. Whereas we saw a need in the industry for students that not only know how to operate the equipment, but how to be foremen and leaders in the job force. And so it's a 2-year associate degree program. We have 11-month certificate program with HEO is that first year. And in that second year, you have civil engineering classes. So you're taking project management, materials estimating, materials testing, and finishing up those gen eds to get that associate degree as well. We also have digital marketing is a brand new program that we added, and that is housed here in our Information Technology Center with our business administration. So we have a brand new studio that we have converted. One of our old library rooms is now our brand new studio. And with the digital marketing program, like what we saw a need for with civil construction technology, digital marketing is a fast growing industry. I always joke with students, who has a cell phone? Everybody has a cell phone. If you say, I'm looking for a refrigerator, and 20 minutes later, you get a Facebook ad for a refrigerator, that's digital marketing. Social media management, photography, videography, news writing. We need those people to help spread news, manage social media, and to tell stories visually. And so that's with our new digital marketing program. Another new program that we added inside our business administration is agribusiness. We are surrounded by farms. We are in a small town, Missouri, and the town of Lynn has a 1,400 people population. The population of the college is 2,000. So we saw a need for students that wanted to get some kind of higher education, but return to the family farm. In addition, State Tech has the A+ program. The A+ program covers 100% of standard tuition and fees here at State Tech. That's right, 100%. Our bread and butter, our recipe for success is time on task, hands-on learning that you will learn in our well-equipped programs. Keep in mind that we are typically 80% full by March each year due to the fact that our programs are very competitive and teach tomorrow's essential employees. If you need any more information, please feel free to contact me. I will get my contact info out there. And just as you always remember, we are State Tech, we are the employer's choice, and we are #1. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, State Tech. All right, we are going to hear now from Columbia College Chicago. Whenever you are ready, take it away. As you're pulling up your presentation, I want to remind everyone that that Q&A function is live, so go ahead and get those questions in.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jeannie. Really happy to be here this evening, everyone, chatting with you. My name is Stephen Barnes. I am the admission counselor at Columbia College Chicago that works with students applying from Missouri. And in fact, I'm originally from St. Louis myself, so really always love the opportunity to chat with folks from Missouri. Just the sort of brass tacks, Columbia College Chicago is a mid-sized liberal arts college with a creative focus based right in the heart of downtown Chicago. And so a little bit of Columbia by the numbers. As I said, we're mid-sized. We're about 6,800 students total. The vast majority of that is undergrads. We've got a couple hundred grad students and a handful of graduate programs, but we are predominantly undergraduate focused institution. And we offer more than 100 majors and minors across the creative industries. And I'll dive a little more into that shortly. We do provide a pretty standard residential experience with the vast majority of our freshmen living on campus and many of our upperclassmen as well. But part of the excitement of coming to a city like Chicago, of course, is that urban living experience. And so many of our students after that first year do take advantage of getting their own apartment with friends and getting to live in the neighborhoods nearby our campus. We are proud to say that our community represents the diversity of the city that we are based in, the third largest city in the country. So more than half of our student body identify as students of color. A third of our students identify with the LGBTQIA+ community. 16% of our students are the first in their family to go to college. And we've got students coming from all 50 states and 60 different countries. You see our average high school GPA there is listed as 3.34. That is an average just to kind of give you a sense, but it is by no means a minimum criteria for admission, as we are definitely a holistic review process, taking a lot of factors into consideration. So what can you expect from the creative learning environment at Columbia? Well, first and foremost, you can expect to be surrounded by creativity 24/7, from the student community that you're going to be a part of, to the faculty that you're going to be working with, to the facilities that we have on campus. From day one, you are going to be immersed in the particular field or area of study that you've selected in addition to your core curriculum, but you do not have to just focus on core the first 2 years before getting started. We offer smaller class sizes, with that average being 18. And our faculty literally live what they teach. The majority of our faculty are still actively engaged in their profession in addition to teaching at Columbia. So they are bringing lived experience, current experience, industry knowledge, networking, guest speakers, internship opportunities. All of that is being brought into the classroom by our teachers. And finally, our creative facilities are your classrooms. So yes, you will have some classes in traditional classrooms, but most of the time you're going to be working in a post-production facility or on a stage or in the workshop or in our fabrication facility, depending on what it is that you're studying. As I said, we've got over 100 majors and minors to offer. You can see the full list on our website at colum.edu/majors. But generally speaking, they sort of fall into these major bucket areas: audio, communication and writing, media arts, performing arts, visual arts, and business. We are particularly known for our outstanding film and television program, our acting and musical theater programs, our fashion design program. But then we also have really interesting options like American Sign Language, English interpretation, photojournalism, game design, game production. So lots of possibilities here at Columbia. By choosing to study here, you are also choosing to have Chicago be your playground, be your backyard. We are not a traditional campus by any means. We are right in the heart of downtown Chicago in the South Loop neighborhood. And so all that the city has to offer is going to be yours. It's going to be part of your learning, but also just part of getting out there and making connections and enjoying, the cultural aspects of living in the city. On top of that, though, we do have the traditional things that students might want out of college experience. So on campus, we still have about 60 clubs and organizations that run the gamut from more cultural-based interests to just quirky interests like our knitting club, or ones that are more religiously focused or politically oriented or leadership oriented. We also have a bunch of club sports teams that fall under our team called the Renegades. And in addition to that, we have hundreds of events on campus throughout the year. So as you can imagine, being at a school with all creative students, at any given time, you're going to have a friend with a film debuting, or a dance or theater performance, or music performance, or a gallery opening, or a video game that they're debuting. So there's just all kinds of cool stuff happening all the time. Our admission process is rolling. You can apply at any time whenever you're ready. But what I really want to highlight for right now is just the fact that we have an incredibly strong commitment to financial aid. 99% of our incoming freshmen and 97% of transfer students are coming in with aid. The average aid package for freshmen this last year was over $26,000 between scholarships, grants, and loans. And so the three things that you can do to maximize your possibility for a scholarship at Columbia is to simply apply to be considered for merit aid, filling out the FAFSA to be considered for need-based aid, and submitting a portfolio or audition to be considered for our talent-based scholarship. Some majors do require a portfolio or audition for admission, others do not, but even those that do not will still give the option for a portfolio for the purpose of that scholarship. Also, I'll point out that we are test-free for admission, so no SAT or ACT for any student at any time, no need to pay the extra money to have that sent to us. I will leave my information in the chat, but it's here as well. If you want to take a screen grab, please reach out to me with any questions, especially if you want to get started on your application process, because I'm here to support you every step of the way. Thanks so much and have a great rest of your evening.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. It was great to hear from Columbia College Chicago. We are going to hear now from Full Sail University. Whenever you are ready, go ahead.
Excellent, thank you. I'll go ahead and get the screen pulled up here. Wonderful, so hi everybody. My name is Jason Fry. I'm a representative from Full Sail University. If you're not familiar with us, we are located in Winter Park, Florida, which is in the Orlando area, and we offer degrees in entertainment, media, arts, and technology. More specifically, we offer degrees in these 8 different areas of study. So these are going to be the categories for every single degree that we offer. You can tell more than likely that we have gone pretty specific, a little unique with our degrees, but what we want is students to be very focused on what it is that they are pursuing. That's one of the major pillars of our curriculum. The other one is that it's very fast-paced. Our students are on campus more than a traditional college student is on a week-to-week basis. Our campus students are on campus anywhere from 32 to 40 hours per week between classes and labs. And there are benefits to that outside of just, being tired. There are some actual benefits to being on campus so much, including it means that you graduate in about half the time. Our on-campus degrees are set to be completed in 20 months from start to finish. So from high school diploma to bachelor's degree, less than 2 years. We also have rolling start dates. Because of that fast-paced schedule, each class is only 1 month long, which means we have 12 start dates a year. So you're able to start at whatever time is going to be best for you. Now, since these degrees are very focused and trying to get our students prepared when they graduate for the industries they're trying to get into, we've also taken more of an industry real-world approach, which means our curriculum is heavily going to be project-based. And to help with these projects, we give our students industry standard gear. This comes primarily in the form of what we call the Project Launchbox. This is going to be a laptop. It's all the hardware and software that is industry standard, all the stuff you would need going out into this world. And our students get to keep it forever after they graduate. So this means when they're going to class every day, they are able to create, or when they go home, they're able to keep working on their projects. And when they graduate, they still have the software and the hardware and the projects that they worked on throughout their degree program. Now, with curriculum being this fast-paced and focused, a lot of students I know, and I don't blame you for potentially thinking this, think that there's not really a whole lot of time for student life. But we absolutely do have that. We have an incredibly creative community of students who are able to support each other and work together and just enjoy their time in college. And of course, a great way to showcase this is to show some of our different student clubs and organizations. This is kind of a short list for you. When it comes to student clubs, I always like to break it up in my mind. There are 2 different types of student clubs. There are the clubs for students that they get out of class and they just need to decompress. They need to get away from it all and do something that they enjoy. And for this, we'll have things like we have our cosplay club, we have our creative writing club, we have tabletop gaming club. Then on the other side, you have students that they get out of class and they're ready to do more academic stuff. And for this, we have like our 3300 in climbing club, which is our music business club. We have our collegiate DECA club, our pre-law society. So whatever you're looking for in terms of campus life and student life, we have things all across the board. One of these organizations, the Armada Esports, got pretty big on our campus and has become our only collegiate sports team, the Full Sail Armada Esports team. And this is where they play, the Full Sail University Orlando Health Fortress. This is our esports arena on campus. And it is the largest esports arena on a college campus in the United States. So fun trivia fact for you. If you're ever at a trivia night, that is located over in Winter Park, Florida. So with all of that, of course, we want to give as much as we can in terms of resources to our students to make sure that they are getting the education that they need and they're getting the experience that they need. We also put a lot of resources to helping our graduates out. And a big part of this is our career development team. Our career development team is there to help our graduates after they get out of school. And a cool thing that I can show with the effort of both our graduates and this team there to help out are some of the different companies we currently have graduates employed with. All of these companies popping up here. So this career development team does consist of over 60 career advisors that offer lifetime support to our graduates, as well as with supporting our graduates, we've made all of our degrees lifelong resources, which means our graduates can come back at any point and they can audit any classes from the current version of the degree that they earned for no additional cost for the rest of their life, as many times as they need to, as a way to stay on top of the industry or just remember things that they may have forgotten along the way. And outside of just having graduates working at these different companies, we also have some graduates who can get critical acclaim for their work. Like you can see here on the screen, this year at both the Academy Awards and the Grammys, we had graduates work on nominated projects for those ceremonies. And last year at the Game Awards, we had a ton of graduates, 271, that worked on Game Award nominated games. So if this is looking like something that you are potentially interested in learning more about, getting some more information on, I do have some next steps for getting started. And the big thing is speak to a member of our admissions team. A big part of our admissions requirement is that you go through an interview, make sure the school is going to be a good fit for you. So might as well knock that out first and get more information as well. In this conversation, they can talk to you about a lot of different things, including scholarships. We have already announced all of the scholarships that we have available for next year. Just to kind of highlight a few, we do have a scholarship called Creative Minds for high school seniors. This is a scholarship of up to $25,000. And in order to be eligible for this, students just need to have one of those three things, either a GPA of 3.0 or above, an SAT score of 927 or above, or an ACT score of 19 or above. And then afterwards, they just write a 500-word essay. We do also have some more competitive opportunities, since that one's not super competitive, such as these two, the Women in Technology and Emerging Technology scholarships, both of which are full tuition opportunities. I do also recommend that you take a tour. Our most in-depth tour is the behind-the-scenes tour that we offer once per month. For more information on any of that, please go ahead, just scan that QR code or go to that URL, same one that's been above my shoulder this whole time. But that's all I had for you. I'll turn it right back over to Jeannie. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Full Sail University. All right, we're going to keep on moving now, and we are going to hear from the University of Missouri. As they get their presentation pulled up, I want to remind everyone that that Q&A function is still live, so go ahead and get your questions in. All right, Mizzou, we're ready for you.
All right, thank you so much. My name is Patrick Elmore. I'm the Assistant Director here at the Office of Admissions at Mizzou, Old University of Missouri, better known as Mizzou. So I believe most of you are from the state of Missouri, so you're probably somewhat familiar with us. I'll run you through some of our basic information. If you didn't know, we're located in Columbia, right in the middle of the state. So it's a college town, about 120,000 people total population. Then we have about 30,000 students on campus. So Columbia is a bit integral part of the Mizzou experience. Downtown's literally across the street from campus. So when you're here on campus, you're going to be a part of the community, and they're very intertwined. Some of the things that we like to highlight are some of the festivals, like the Roots Blues and Barbecue Festival, which is held every fall. It's a music festival at a park here in town from Thursday to Sunday. There's live music, so people really enjoy that. The True False Film Festival is held every winter. It's in February. It's the nation's largest documentary film festival. So people come from all over the country and also all over the world for that. Students get to work at the festivals, be a big part of it. My friends that come back to Columbia, after having graduated, they either come back for homecoming or true false, but lots to do outside as well. I'm sure many of you have been here, whether it's for state music or a football game or other competitions, but it's a big part. And then people are coming to Columbia from all over. So, there we go. So people are coming from all over. Obviously, we have students from every county in the state of Missouri. We have people coming from every state in the country, and then about 120 countries worldwide. So a lot of people are surprised to see, that we have so many students coming from California that are leaving the West Coast to come study here, and it's in your backyard. So you have the opportunity to meet people from other places. It's not just Missourians. About 60% of our students come from out of state. So it's not just people from small towns or St. Louis or Kansas City, but coming from all over. Just some basics. We have about 31,000 students on campus. We're the largest university in the state. As I mentioned, we pull people from every county in the state and then all over. But why people are coming here is something unique about Mizzou and the state of Missouri is we're both the land grant institution for the state of Missouri, and then we're also the AAU and the primary research institution. So when you think of other states, you think of Iowa and Iowa State, Oklahoma State, Michigan State. We're both of those here in the state of Missouri. So that's going to lead to options. We're one of only 9 schools in the country that has a med school, law school, and vet school all in one place. So I mentioned options. We have over 300 degree programs. So largest journalism, business, engineering, but just because our programs aren't large doesn't mean they're not great. The School of Nursing accepts 75 students every fall, 95 every spring. They're one of the most competitive programs on campus. You spend your last 2 years in 7 different locations here in Missouri, getting hands-on experience. All of our programs offer hands-on experience, which I'll touch on here in just a little bit. But then one of the other benefits of being a large institution is the number of organizations. So we have over 600 student organizations on campus, everything from ballroom dancing to bass fishing. Anything that you're interested in, probably exists already. But if not, there's going to be other students who are interested in that as well. We always encourage students, to get involved. We always say, do one thing within your major, get some of those professional experiences. And then, you're looking at, internships, co-ops, and then something for fun. And then also exploring. That's a big part of the college experience, is finding out those things that you didn't even know about when you started college, and exploring and kind of growing from there. We are a member of the SEC, so we have 20 Division I sports teams. So if you want to, have that big time college athletics, we're going to be playing the University of Kentucky, in basketball and football alongside, Tennessee, Georgia as well. So, that's kind of the experience you're able to get at Missouri or at Mizzou that you aren't in other universities in the state. I mentioned the hands-on experience. All of our degrees focus on hands-on experience. I was an education major. I was in the classroom observing and helping out starting my sophomore year. My senior year, I spent teaching AP psychology and sociology at a high school here in town. We have the only university-owned network affiliate TV station. So the NBC station here in Missouri is owned by the University of Missouri. Students are on there broadcasting, directing, reporting, everything that goes into a broadcast. Students have the opportunity to do that. Engineering, they really stress the hands-on experience with research or co-ops, internships. So no matter what you're interested in, you're going to have the opportunity to do that as an undergraduate and not waiting until later on. Some just dates and deadlines for you. We do have a December 1st competitive scholarship deadline. That's also when, Scholars and Fellows is due for the Honors College. But you would apply for that online. We have automatic scholarships. Those are also available online. You can see exactly what it takes to qualify for scholarships, based on your test score and GPA. And then we have published admissions requirements. So you know exactly what it takes to get in. It's based on GPA, test score. We also have test optional paths as well. And then come visit us. We're always happy to help you, whether it's in person or virtual, with any information that you need to have.
Awesome. Thank you so much for closing us out, University of Missouri. All right. Now that we've had those fantastic presentations, I'm going to ask all of our panelists to join me here on video. We're going to move to a brief Q&A portion, and we're going to start today by taking advantage of all of these experts in one place. So the first question I have for everyone is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We'll go ahead and go in the same order, starting with the University of Kentucky.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like a understatement, or it seems obvious considering, our positions in this field, but students and parents and families as well, make sure you all utilize your admissions counselors and recruiters to your full advantage. We love our jobs. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't love it. And a lot of us, whether we come from large public institutions or private institutions, we have a lot of influential pieces in our college admissions process. So we are the ones that are typically rating the student's application. We're the ones awarding decisions. We're the ones generating financial aid packages. So we kind of have all the ins and outs as far as the college admissions process. So if you truly are having questions or you're just not sure about anything, please continue to stay in contact with us, because that's our job. So we're more than happy to help you all. So for me, my tip is be sure to be besties and have a close relationship with your admissions counselor, because it will serve you in the long run.
Yeah, that's a great answer, Jacob. And I fully agree and want to add to that as well. So what I really say for students, ask questions, ask those hard questions. When's your deadline? What can I do to get in? How can I be better? Just really, no question is a dumb question. If you don't know what precision machining technology does, ask us and we'll be happy to explain, what every single degree and certificate option is here at State Tech. But really, it doesn't matter what college or program or university you look at, ask those questions, ask the hard questions. And, if you need something, reach out. We are all always a phone call away and always an email away, and we will be more than happy to help you guys, no matter what college you're going to or looking at.
So my piece of advice is to find whatever system of organization works for you. We know that this process can get kind of overwhelming quickly, especially when schools start emailing you a lot and you're applying to, 5, 6, 7, 10 schools. And so whether that is, an Excel spreadsheet or some other method of organization, find a way to keep track of the schools, the deadlines, what you've already done, what you still need to do. And that also plays into your email. Something I recommend is that students create an email address just for their college process that is separate from their school email and separate from their personal email, where they can then have folders for each of the different schools, and they can file those emails away and reference them when they need to, and stuff like that. So find a system of organization that's going to help you not be overwhelmed by this process.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. Talking with admissions and representatives from different schools, getting information. My big piece of advice, once you have narrowed it down to the schools that you were really seriously considering, best thing you can do is to take a tour, actually see the environment. Environment can have a lot to do with not only how much you enjoy your time in college, but it, at the end of the day, could impact how well you do too. If you really don't like where you're going to school, you might not perform as well. So it's a good idea, see the campus, see if it's an environment that really speaks to you. And if not, that's why you took the tour, 100% why.
Jason took my advice, but just to kind of go more along with that, explore. You might not have even encountered the school that is going to be the best fit for you at this point. October 28th is not too late to find, start exploring, see what's out there and what fits you best. So it might be a large school, might be small school, might be 2 years, might be 4 years, but you don't have to know exactly. But when you're able to visit the schools, that's where you'll really kind of identify like, this is where I want to spend the next XYZ part of my life.
Awesome answers, everyone. Such great resources here. All right, now we're going to transition a little bit, take it back to each of your campuses. The next question I have for you is, what is one thing that you want students to remember about each of your schools? We'll go in the same order, starting with the University of Kentucky.
Oh gosh, that's always a tough question. I think for us at UK, and you might experience this with a lot of state schools, but I think for us, the convenience factor of having everything on one campus is really pertinent, because especially students, depending on where you're wanting to go or what you're wanting to do, if anything involves, research, clinicals, observation hours, shadowing, knowing that at UK, all that is in your backyard. And when you have the campus living experience to kind of complement that, it really does provide a very conducive and enjoyable learning environment for our students. So for me, I want you all to remember that at UK, everything is truly all right there on one campus. So it's a really great convenience factor.
The one thing that I would want folks to remember about State Tech is that we are ranked #1 for a reason. I bet anybody on this call doesn't, besides anybody from Missouri, does not know where Lynn, Missouri is. But you have a nationally ranked school in little old Lynn, Missouri. We are ranked #1 3 years in a row by WalletHub, #3 by Forbes. And it's because we provide that great hands-on, time-on-task technical education. Students get in, get their 2-year degree, and graduate. And just depends on what type of student you are. If you want that hands-on education and get out and get into the trades, we need those trades as much as we need the arts and journalism and nurses and doctors and heavy equipment operators and linemen. We need everybody to help keep this world moving forward, as cheesy as that is. But we need those technical careers as much as we do the liberal arts and sciences and stuff like that. So little old Lynn, Missouri, #1 ranked, A+ certified. So we do accept A+, 100% standard tuition and fees are covered at State Tech.
So at Columbia College Chicago, what I would say is, as a creative institution, what I want you to remember is that we are a place that is going to affirm you and who you are in your full being. We affirm all ways of being and existing and storytelling. All of our students, no matter what creative pursuit they are following, are storytellers at the end of the day. And so you may in high school have felt like the odd one out. And guess what? Columbia is a place that is filled with students who felt like the odd one out in high school. And you are going to come here and find your people and be celebrated for who you are. And we intentionally attract a diversity of students who are coming at their storytelling from different perspectives so that they can learn from each other and help to author the culture of their time. So just know that you will find your place here.
So big thing to remember with Full Sail University, everything that we've done with setting up our curriculum, with designing our campuses and where we've positioned all of our labs and everything, it's all meant to reflect the real world experience. So everything that's part of the curriculum, from all the hours and everything, it's all meant to prepare you for what you will experience later on, so that as you're going through your degree, you're getting ready, and it's going to be an easier transition getting into that world of working and getting to create and do what you love doing.
For Mizzou, I just say depth and breadth. I mentioned, the number of opportunities that you have here, 300 degree programs. Anything that you're interested in most likely is here already, but then also the research level institution at a land grant price. So a lot of opportunities, and that is as affordable as you can say higher education can be, in the state of Missouri, but depth and breadth at a reasonable price.
Awesome. Well, that was such a fantastic way to close out this session and kind of remember those important parts for each of your campuses. I know I would love to be on each of your campuses. I hope all of our attendees here are doing some Googling, took down information about your contact information, and will be reaching out. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of this session. So I want to thank all of our panelists for being here. I also want to thank all of our attendees. Thanks for making time welcome for this important part of the search as well. Just a few reminders as we close up. This is part of a larger event, so there are additional sessions taking place immediately after this. So take a look at that schedule and jump into some additional sessions yet this evening. Also keep in mind that this session, along with all of the others for this event, are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Missouri. And finally, when you close your screen today, you're going to get a very quick 5-question survey. Any information that you can provide will help us make these events better in the future. All right, thank you again, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye now.